Good morning, students. Today we'll be solving few problems with respect to the chapter gravitation. While solving the problem, you need to remember, suppose if an object is thrown upwards, we see acceleration due to gravity will be negative. When the object is thrown downwards, it is positive. Let's try to work out the first problem. A car falls off a ledge and drops to the ground in 0.6 seconds. The value of g is 10 meter per second square. Now students, the car falls off a ledge. Ledge is nothing but a elevation. So car is getting toppled and drops to the ground in 0.6 seconds. So they have given the time. The value of g is 10 meter per second square. So in the problem itself, they have given you g to be 10 meter per second square. Now what are they asking? What is the speed on striking the ground? It means they are asking for v. Okay. So here the u is going to be 0. U is going to be 0. If you read the question carefully, a car falls off a ledge. So u is going to be 0. And v is what we are supposed to find out in the first sub question. So this is what is given in the question, that is u is 0, g is equal to 10 meter per second square, and v is what we are supposed to find out. So we will use a first equation of, and here g is going to be positive. So u is 0 plus g is 10 into 0.6. The answer what you will get is 6 meter per second. So we have found the value of v, that is 6 meter per second. Next, what is its average speed during the 0.6 second? The formula for the average speed is total distance divided by the total time taken. Students, we know the total time taken. So, total time taken is what we are aware of, that is 0.6 second. But do we know the total distance? In the question it is not mentioned. The distance is not mentioned. So, we are supposed to find out the distance. We will take up the second equation. H is equal to ut plus half gt square. We know what is u, that is 0 into 0.6 times 0.6 plus half into g. G is 10 and 0.6 square. So finally the answer what we get is 1.8 meter. This is the distance what we have found, or the h. Now we will use a formula. Average speed is equal to 1.8 divided by 0.6. We will get 3 meter per second. Next, for third one, how high is the ledge from the ground? So high means height we are supposed to find out. Ledge I have already told you, it is nothing but an elevation. We are going to use a formula. H is equal to ut plus half gt square. We know what is u. We know what is time. We know the value of g. We know the value of t. So finally we will get the answer as 1.80 meter. Second problem. An object is thrown vertically upwards. It means here the g is obviously it's going to be minus. Okay, because object is thrown vertically upwards and rises to a height of 13.07 meter. So the height is given over here. Calculate the velocity with which the object was thrown upward. So what was the velocity with which it was thrown upward? The time taken by the object to reach the highest point. So here we are supposed to find out u, the velocity with which the object was thrown upward. It simply means that we are supposed to find out u. Here, as a ball is thrown vertically upwards, at the highest point we know v is equal to 0. So we know the value of v also, that is 0. G is 9.8 meter per second square. It will be minus, and height is 13.07 meter. Now we use a third equation. V square minus u square is equal to 2gs. So substitute the values and you will get 256. Okay, and the square root of 256 will be 16 meter per second. Students, here u square is there, so you have to take the square root over here of 256. Next, we are also supposed to find out the time taken by the object. So we will use the first equation, v is equal to u plus gt. We know what is v. We have also found what is u. Then we know the value of g, that is minus 9.8 into t. Substitute the values and finally you will get the answer as 1.63 second. Next, a ball is thrown vertically upward with a velocity of 25 meter per second. If g is 10 meter per second square, then calculate the height it reaches. So h we are supposed to calculate and time taken to return back. So the object which was thrown vertically upward, okay, we are supposed to calculate the time it takes to return back. Fine. Let's see what is given. We know what is u. It is given as 25 meter per second. We know what is g. G is minus 10 meter per second square. Because the object is thrown vertically upward, so g will be minus 10 meter per second square. We are supposed to find out h and t. Students have told you at the highest point, that is over here as a ball is thrown upwards, we see at the highest point v is equal to 0. So height, we will use this particular equation, v square minus u square is equal to 2gh. We know what is v, we know what is u. 2 into g, g is minus 10 into h. Here we will get minus 625 is equal to minus 20h. Minus and minus will get cancelled. Okay, 625 divided by 20 will give you 31.25 meter. Next is time taken to return back. V is equal to u plus gt. We are supposed to find out time. So substitute the value, you will get 2.5 second. Students, the time that we have found is only for 1 half. Okay, so for this half we have found the time. In the question they have asked time taken to return back. So what are we going to do to find out the time taken by the ball to return back? So we have to multiply 25 into 2. So total time will be 5 seconds. The ball will go upward and then it will come down. Okay, so the question is asking time taken to return back. We have calculated only for 1 half. Now total time will be 5 seconds. A ball is thrown vertically upwards with a velocity of 49 meter per second. Calculate the maximum height to which it rises. The total time it takes to return to the surface of the earth. Now students, let's try to understand what is given. A ball is thrown vertically upwards. So it simply means that g value will be negative. So negative 9.8 or minus 9.8. Then the value of u is given, that is 49 meter per second, and v we know at the highest point it's going to be 0. So what are we supposed to calculate? The maximum height to which it rises. So we are supposed to find out h. So here we will substitute all the values. V square minus u square is equal to 2gh. 0 square minus 49 square is equal to 2 into minus 9.8 into h. So finally we will get the answer 122.5 meter. Then what else are we supposed to calculate? Now we are supposed to calculate the total time taken. So again we see that we will use this particular formula and we will come to a conclusion. After solving, we will come to a conclusion that time is 5 seconds. Now students, they have asked for the total time taken. So it will be 5 seconds into 2. It is going to be 10 seconds. Next, a stone is released from the top of a tower of height 19.6 meter. Calculate its final velocity just before touching the ground. So very simple problem. Height is given. Then gravitation, acceleration due to gravity is given, that is plus 9.8. We are supposed to calculate the final velocity. When a stone is released, u is going to be 0. V square minus u square is equal to 2gh. 2 into 9.8 into 19.6. Substitute, simplify. You will get the answer to be 19.6 meter per second. Okay, next. Gravitational force on the surface of the moon is only 1/6 as strong as gravitational force on the earth. What is the weight in Newton of a 10 kg object on the moon and on the earth? Students, what is given over here? They have given the weight in Newton of a 10 kg object on the moon and on the earth. So they have given us the mass. We know that mass is same, okay, either on the earth or on the moon. The mass is going to be same. So we are supposed to calculate the weight in Newton. So we know the formula, W is equal to mg. We know what is mass. We know acceleration due to gravity is 9.8. Substitute the value, you will get the answer, that is 98 Newton. This is on earth. Okay, weight on earth. We know weight on moon is 1/6 the weight that of the earth. So 98 into 1/6, you will get the answer as 16.33 Newton. Next, mass of an object is 12 kg. Calculate its weight on the earth and its weight on the moon. So mass is given here. Similar to the previous problem, we know what is g. So 12 into 9.8 will give you 117.6 Newton. Okay, we know the weight of the object on the moon will be 1/6 that of the earth. So 117.6 into 1/6 is equal to 19.6 Newton. Next. A man weighs 600 Newton on the earth. What is his mass if g is 10 meter per second square on the moon? His weight would be 100 Newton. What is the acceleration due to gravity on the moon? So let's write down what is given. So weight is given, that is 600 Newton. What is his mass? So mass is not given. We'll put a question mark. We know what is g. On the moon, his weight would be 100 Newton. So weight is given on the moon. What is the acceleration due to gravity on the moon? So we are supposed to find out the mass and acceleration due to gravity on the moon. Let's see how we can solve. W is equal to mg. Weight is given 600. Mass we are supposed to find out into 10. Substitute, we will get 60 into 60 kg. Then this is with respect to the moon. Okay, weight on the moon is given, that is 100 Newton. Mass we have calculated. Mass will be same on earth and as well as the moon. So 60 into g. This is acceleration due to gravity on the moon is what we are supposed to find out. So get 60 below and you will get the answer as 1.66 meter per second square. A stone is thrown vertically upwards with an initial velocity of 40 meter per second. So u is given. Taking g is equal to 10 meter per second square. Students, here a stone is thrown vertically upwards. So it is going to be minus 10 meter per second square. Find the maximum height reached by the stone. So you are supposed to find out h. What is the net displacement and total distance traveled. So students, when an object is thrown upwards, we know at the highest point, that is v is equal to 0. U is given to be 40 meter per second, and we are supposed to find out the height. So we will use the third equation, substitute the values. V, we know it is 0, U is 40, 2 into minus 10 h. Okay, so minus will get cancelled over here, and h will be 80 meter. So the height is 80 meter. What else are you supposed to calculate? What is a net displacement? Okay, net displacement is the shortest distance between initial and final position. So what is the total displacement? So as an object is thrown or stone is thrown upwards, okay, it will definitely come down. So as the initial and final position of the stone is same, so the net displacement is nothing but 0. Now what is the total distance traveled? So students, over here h what we have got is only for 1/2. So total distance traveled will be 80 plus 80. It is going to be 160 meter. So remember, okay, total displacement will be 0 because the ball is thrown vertically upwards, but finally the ball will fall down, right? So that's why initial and final position is same. So that's why net displacement will be 0. Total distance traveled or the total path covered by the object will be 160. That is 80 plus 80.